Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a barefoot manner, we'll take your plate like
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news, summary of 12. My name is Hansen there represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Both connecting those two.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
From the radio service of the Renaissance Communication Incorporated, good evening. Welcome to News Desk. 45 minutes of news all about Liberia, Africa, and our one world. This news program is sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. Today is Friday, October 18, 2024. I'm your presenter, Edwin Batterfriend. In the headlines, the latest report says the group of 47 representatives who signed the resolution for the removal of the House Speaker for Nati Kofa have voted to elect a new leadership for the bloc. Monrovia City Court places travel ban on former police officer Henry Cole following his arrest for double marriage without the consent of his wife. Korean investor Park Jin-gon discloses his willingness to invest over $30 million United States dollars in Liberia. And away from home, all student unions in Ivory Coast have been shut down. The government has announced after the killing of two students, which is being blamed on the powerful Student and School Federation. These plus many more, including the voices of the newsmakers, polls, and international development, are all part of this evening presentation of the program. I will see our news desk, but first, Nakita Rabas with the news bulletin.
Good evening, everyone. Latest report says the group of 47 representatives who signed the resolution for the removal of House Speaker Nati Kofa have voted to elect a leadership for the bloc. The meeting held at the Bannersville Town Hall late Friday evening elected Nimba County Representative Samuel Konga as chairman. Mosrado County District 2 Representative Sakod Kanen was elected as co-chairman. At the meeting, a total of 41 lawmakers was present as they also elected Mosrado County District 4 Representative Michael Thomas as Secretary General. The Monrovia City Court has placed a travel ban on a former police officer identified as Henry Cole following his arrest for double marriage. Magistrate Ben Buckles October 14, 2024 travel ban, according to our CI judicial correspondent, has instructed all state securities officers assigned at various entrance points to arrest defendant Cole if he attempts leaving the country. Our judicial correspondent Ford said that Magistrate Buckles' order was as a result of a petition filed by the defendant's wife, Mistress Helena Ann Cole, lawyers to the court seeking for a rate of exit Republica to prevent her husband exit from the country while the matter was before the court for litigation. Prior to the court's ban, Madam Court told the court that she got married to the defendant since 2019, and he left for the United States of America. According to Madame Cole, since her husband left, he reportedly refused to provide support for her for over 3 years, but later decided to enter into another marital affair with another woman in Sierra Leone and return with her in Liberia. The former police officer has since been charged by the Monrovia City Court with multiple offenses ranging from bigamy to polygamy and persistent non-support in violation of Chapter 16, Section 16.5 and 16.1 of the new Penal Law of Liberia. A Korean investor, Park Jae-gon, has disclosed his willingness to invest over 30 million United States dollars in Liberia. Jae-gon, who is the chief executive officer and president of the Odoo Resource Investment Company, expressed interest in areas including agriculture, technology, construction, mining, among others. Speaking to reporters at the Roberts International Airport upon his arrival to the country, Park Jae-gon revealed his attitude to work in Liberia. According to him, his investment interest was triggered by the recent visits of President Joseph Boakai to several countries, encouraging investors to take interest in Liberia, pledging his company commitment to creating job opportunities for Liberians. He pledged to invest over 30 million United States dollars in the country as he recounted the cordial relationship between Liberia and Korea. As means of improving urban management and land issue in Liberia, the government of Liberia, in collaboration with the World Bank, will begin a crucial validation process for the country's newly drafted Zoning Act on Monday, October 21st. The event, which will be held at a local hotel in Monrovia, is a key part of the Liberia Urban Resilience Project spearheaded by the Ministry of Public Works. The Draft Zoning Act is designed to replace the current zoning law, which has been in effect since 1958. The new law aims to modernize land development and management practices across the country, addressing zoning challenges that have long hindered efficient urban planning. According to the Ministry of Public Works release, the workshop will gather hundreds of stakeholders, including government officials, representatives from various ministries, and civil society. Liberia's bilateral partners, such as the World Bank, will also participate alongside the private sectors and ordinary citizens. This will allow these groups to review and refine the proposed legislation. The Zoning Act reversion is just one of several reforms under the Liberia Urban Resilience Project, launched in 2023 with 40 million in World Bank funding. The project is focused on tackling issues like flooding and climate risks in Monrovia while improving access to business services. It forms part of Liberia's broader arrest agenda, which aims to enhance climate resilient infrastructure and strengthen urban management. The chairman emeritus of the former ruling National Patriotic Party has strongly reacted to the bravery attempt by some lawmakers to remove Representative Fonati Kofa as Speaker of the House of Representatives. On Thursday, some members of the House of Representatives issued a 7-count resolution calling for the removal of Representative J. Fonati Kofa as Speaker of the House. But Syrian Allen, in a statement released on Friday, describes some of the members of the House of Representatives linked to plot as a bunch of uneducated fortune seekers. The NPP chairman emeritus cautioned the Liberian people to begin taking records of these gold-digging lawmakers so objective is to enrich themselves at the expense of the Liberian people. Allen warned lawmakers to be aware that 6 years does not mean 6 decades, because in 2029, the Liberian people will be voting them out. A Liberian clergyman, Reverend Odysseus Boy, has blamed the backwardness of Liberia to the disunity among citizens of the country. Pastor Bud said, Liberia is a country, as a country has lost its place in the Committee of Nations because of dishonesty and disunity. According to the Liberian clergy, the nation of Liberia has contributed immensely to the foundation of the African continent. As such, its slow pace of development is questionable. The Victory Center International Church senior pastor wants Liberians to reflect on the 14 years of senseless civil war that destroyed the fabric of the country and to unite to rebuild the nation, emphasizing that Liberia is a chosen nation by God. Reverend Bosch spoke at a conference organized by Million Women Africa Liberia chapter held at the Victory Center International Church, City of Faith worldwide. The Director General of the Center for National Documents and Records Agency, Nelson Bangad, has emphasized the crucial role of keeping public records, stating that it is essential in promoting and safeguarding the heritage of any country. Speaking during an appreciation and honoring ceremony on Friday in Monrovia, Bangad underscored the significance of preserving Liberia's rich cultural history, promising his commitment to enhance all sectors of the national act as the national achieves. He maintained that it is imperative not to downplay the country heritage, noting that he is dedicated to improving the achieved, to honoring and build on the accomplishments of those who led the record agency before him. The chief boss further explained that his appointment by President Boakai is not to reverse the progress made by his predecessors, but to strengthen and expand upon it. In remark, Dave Nimbard, director of the Public Records section, praised Bangad for his transformational leadership and his quick intervention at the Public Records session. He noted that the recognition given by Bangad was a direct result of the ongoing improvements within the national achieved, specifically the Public Records session, which had previously been stigmatized as a punishment center. Newell's assert that hope has been restored to the national achieves under Bangad's stewardship and that he looked forward to a brighter future. A Grand Bassa County District 3 representative has clarified information circulating that he received 15,000 United States dollars to sign the resolution for the removal of House Speaker Councilor Fanati Kofa. Matthew Joe said the information is false and misleading, adding that he has not received any money to sign the resolution. Representative Joe noted that he withdrew his signature on the resolution calling for the removal of the speaker, but believed the right thing should be done. According to Representative Joe, his decision to withdraw his signature from the resolution calling for the removal of the speaker is due to his proximity with the speaker. He added that Speaker Fanati Kofa was elected by the majority of CDT lawmakers to ensure an independent House of Representatives that will provide checks and balances. However, his actions, according to Representative Matthew Joe, has been contrary to his purpose. The Township Commissioner of Oldest Congo Town, Edward Lahai, is encouraging Liberians to engage into volunteerism for the forward march of the country. Commissioner Lahai wants Liberians to begin volunteering in every sector aimed at changing the country overnight. This, he said, will bring about swift development. Edward Lahai, therefore, recommending the amendment of several existing laws of the country to meet current day's reality, something he noted is being practiced in developed countries. Speaking to RCN News, when his office, in collaboration with residents of Oldest Congo Town, honored several former commissioners, Edward Lahai urged residents of Oldest Congo Town and Liberia at large to work together as a nation aimed at tackling challenges faced by the country. At the same time, Commissioner Lahai has disclosed the construction of the first ever administrative building in the township of Congo Town. According to Commissioner Lahad, the facility, when completed, will include a fire service station, event hall, the home of the commissioner, among others. And away from Liberia, all student unions in Ivory Coast are being shut down. The government has announced after the killing of 2 students, which is being blamed on the powerful Student and School Federation, FISI. Several FISI members have been arrested in connection with the murders of Khalifa Dramandi and Zizou Obin Diago, which took place in August and September. An underground tunnel used for torturing people and a brother were found doing investigations at Fexi Hospital, Abana University in the mid-city of Abidjan. The authorities say students tell the BBC it was an open secret that FISI ran both illicit sites, but that everybody was too afraid to speak up. That's our CN News Bulletin. I've been Nikita Robert.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in your barefoot manner, we'll take your later level.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Then I'll begin with the top development. We're following the program RCR News Days. A later report says the group of 47 representatives who signed the resolution for the removal of our Speaker Fonati Kofa have voted to elect a leadership for the Black. The meeting held at the Bannersville Town Hall late Friday evening elected Nimba County Representative Samuel Koka as chairman. Mansurado County District 2 Representative Sekou Kanen was elected as co-chair. At the meeting, a total of 41 lawmakers was present as they also elected Mansurado District Number 4 Representative Market Thomas as Secretary General. Grand Bassa County District 3 Representative has clarified information circulating that he received $15,000 to sign his resolution calling for the removal of House Speaker Councillor Fonati Kofa. Marty Joe said the information is false and misleading, adding that he has not received any money to sign the resolution. Representative Joe noted that he withdrew his signature on the resolution calling for the removal of House Speaker, but believed the right thing should be done.
Okay, so like I already said, we changed our mind because I want to give the speaker a second chance to see what he can do the rightful thing. Because like I said in my record, we voted the speaker for reason. Because we need a legislature that would exercise check and balance, the pressure government. And we never needed a speaker that would be influenced by the executive. So I was surprised the proceeding
but the speaker is not in accordance with our decision.
The Director General of the Center for National Documents and Records Agency, Nelson Bengard, has emphasized the crucial role of keeping public records, stating that it is essential in promoting and safeguarding the heritage of any country. Speaking during an appreciation and honoring ceremony on Friday in Monrovia, Bengard underscored the significance for preserving Liberia's rich cultural history, promising his commitment to enhance all sections of the national archives. He maintained that it is important not to downplay the country's heritage, noting that he is dedicated to improving the archives to honor and build the accomplishment of those who led the record agency before him.
I believe the reason is I always say people, I'm not a forceful or charismatic leader, but I'm a person who play and I want to see things happen. There's a reason why when people want to me, my instruction you don't do it very difficult because I want to see results. So I'm not come to conclude what our predecessor did. So we are come to build up on that the dead year. And what I said, I'm going to see is for us, we told my director that we could rescue this country. How do you rescue this country? Not a rescue country to be corrupt and take all the money and pay your party as a head. By the grace of God, I always feel like my prayer for every morning and every day. Share power and money and I put it on power. So if you and I, you want to have a very big friend, please, the other way out, that's not the corruption, but I still nobody should come and say the brand here. I feel like that punishment ground. Why should we consider session that is low key, especially for me, right? I'm a student of this too. It's a public records. So public records, repository, Akaba sessions. These are all here now, Akaba sessions as a heritage of the country already knows. So you should sit here as a head of the institution. All that is because you see a lot of cartoons start the brand here, as far as the idea, the grace of God. And I highlight that I set it up, simple discussion or thought that don't be happy in families.
In remarks, David Nigba, the third director of the Public Records Section, praised Bengard for his transformation leadership and his quick intervention at the Public Records Section.
A remarkable thing in our section. This section, for time past, have been known as the daughter of Don Sat, where the first speaker said, where they want to normally ask you, they will send you to this section. But today, we see thought has been restored. So all people they can't bluff. But when they were in the section, somebody came, he said, oh yes, the records are here. The leaders became a teacher. So we bring two standing units who are very writing from administrator to administration. But up to first time we can't see anything. But I was surprised when you just came to visit or you keep on different things. And the staff put forth the plan. And you stood and take a man and say, look, you're called KBK. You know, let me reflect all of you to be short. You want to say, thank you. You are a person who saw the plight of the people. Look at the document that our speaker said. Today, we are setting comfortably in this section. Those are the adequate. God will bless
A
you.
Liberia clergyman, the Reverend Odysseus Ugbo, has blamed the backwardness of Liberia to disunity among citizens of the country. Pastor Ball said Liberia as a country has lost its place in the commitment of nation because of dishonesty and disunity. According to the Liberian clergyman, the nation of Liberia has contributed immensely to the foundation of the African continent. As such, a slow pace of development is unquestionable.
That what destroy all our infrastructure, destroy our economy, destroy our livelihood, destroyed our family values, destroyed the church, it affected every aspect of our lives. Today, Nigeria lost its place among nations. It became called for the state of Israel to come into existence as a nation in 1948. It was like when it was needed, the order for that it was like for United Nations to be called United Nations, it was never United Nations. It was the League of Nations. Being the League of Nations, Liberia was part of the body of the League of Nations. Today is United Nations. Yet, for all of the contribution, many people of our country, we have lost our place. We yet to benefit. And it's almost that we are facing lost being. But I want you to be reminded we are choosing this. And the Bible depends on the enemy to keep the people down. I assure you, God's word is true. God's word is active. As we continue to trust in God and stand on his promise.
The chairman emeritus of the former ruling National Patriotic Party has strongly reacted to the Brabia team by some lawmakers to remove Representative Fonati Kofa as Speaker of the House of Representatives. On Tuesday, some members of the House of Representatives issued a 7-count resolution calling for the removal of Representative J. Fonati Kofa as Speaker of the House of Representatives. But Siri Allen, in a statement released on Friday, described some of the members of the House of Representatives leaked to the plot as bunch of uneducated fortune seekers. The NPP chairman emeritus cautioned the Liberian people to begin taking record of those gold diggers lawmakers so objective is to enrich themselves at the expense of the Liberian people. Allen warned lawmakers to be aware that 6 years does not mean 6 decades because in 2029, the Liberian people will be voting them out.
I've said constantly that there are two groups of people in the House of Representatives and the House of Senate. There are one group of people who feel that they are honorable members of the House. Listen to me carefully. Honorable members of the House. Those are the people you see in all those funny colors and sharp nose shoes and those funny color clothes that they don't know how to mix colors properly to look proper and decent. Those are the people you see trying to project an image that they are not. They feel that they are honorable members of the House. Those people who you see who are prudent and rational, with good judgment, they are members of the honorable House. They act honorably because it is the House that is honorable. It's not the individuals that are in the House. You have to act honorably to be considered a member of an honorable House. This is the difference. And most of these people who are in there, who are handpicked by their constituents, some of them luckily, some of them by coincidence, some of them by default, by misinformation, misleading their people to support them on tribal lines or sectional lines or something like that. Most of them cannot reason above the level of solid education. All the little fucking J degrees and things that people pick up from the schools, go in and pay people money, the teachers money to give them grades and all those things. They do not have a solid education. They cannot reason above the level of the actual level of education. Some of them, I guess, the high school dropouts. They're not even high school graduates. You see them going around acting like they got a college degree. They don't have it from nowhere because they have not studied. They have not understood the concept of reasoning. Education is straightforward reasoning. It's different from book learning. And most people have to understand that that is the problem we're having. The quality of people in the House, particularly the House of Representatives, that is the reason why you have the type of results we are getting from there. They have some business there. They are there by default, or some of them just by luck or by some misrepresentation, misinformation to them by their constituents. So you expect that kind of result, substandard result, and it is this for our country to have those quality of people. 2024, a lot of young sharp, educated, dynamic young people around this country who can sit in that place and help the country and do good for our nation.
The voice of Cyril Ireland, chairman of the NPP. Sports is the passion of life, and it brings us entertainment and release from our body as we cheer our respective team to victory. Johnson Batoma is here to bring us the passion of life sports. Good evening, Johnson.
Good evening, Edwin. Good evening to all. Pins to Bulldogs basketball team, Vice President for Administration Liability, has vowed to ensure that Pins Bulldogs are second to none in the second division category of the Liberia Basketball Association League. Speaking after his team defeated 72nd Wildcats at the County Sports Complex basketball gym, Liability lauded his side for the brilliant performances in the second and third matches of the best of the three series in the second division league. After losing through the first match, and disclosed that basketball was his favorite sport in the past, something he said motivated him to join Painesville Bulldogs after seeing the potential in the team. Liberia Football Association First Division defending champions Watanga conceded defeat to the Chevy Bulls of Liska that's 1-0 after at the Samarkand Sports Complex. Emmanuel Flomo's first half goal got all 3 points for the Chevy Bulls in their first match of the 2024-2025 league season. In other results, FC Fasel overpowered the Mountain 3-0 at the Antonio Thomas Stadium, while Shatter FC bowed to People 2-0. PRC Others and Invincible 11 settled for a one-man draw, and the Scorers won Black Man Warrior 3-0 goals. Referees Chief Howard Webb says there has been an 80% reduction in the number of video assistant refereeing VAR errors this season. It has now been 5 years since VAR was introduced in the Premier League, but the system and the way it is used continues to attract plenty of debate. According to the independent key match incidents panel, there were 31 incorrect uses of VAR during the 2023-2024 season. That's it for this passion of live sports.
Many thanks to Johnson Batom.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV, into Truth FM 96.1.
As a regular feature on the program, I'll see our news desk at 8 in the evening. For more development on this program, a Korean investor, Park Jin-gon, has disclosed his willingness to invest over $30 million in Liberia. Jin-gon, who is the chief executive officer and president of the Odus Resource and Investment Company, expressed interest in areas including agriculture, technology, construction, mining, among others. Speaking to reporters at the Rabat International Airport upon his return, that upon his arrival to the country, Park Jin-gon revealed his gratitude to work in Liberia. According to him, his investment interest was triggered by the recent visit of President Joseph Boakai to several countries, encouraging investors to take interest in Liberia, pledging his company commitment to creating job opportunities for Liberians.
Agriculture, most of the mining, agriculture, and construction. Most of the mining is like most people, especially gold mining, is a for investment. Secondly, for the construction, need for construction, need for develop for the construction, also the agriculture is very incentive to investment in agriculture. Amount of money and $35 million US dollar cost. Korean is about $400 million cost. So we said that's an initial the starting is not start. First of all, because we are interested right here, which is when Korean war.
He's China, that's Korean investor Park Ji-gong. As means of improving urban management and land usage in Liberia, the government of Liberia, in collaboration with the World Bank, will begin a crucial validation process for the country newly drafted zoning act on Monday, October 21st. The event, which will be held at a local hotel in Monrovia, is a key part of the Liberia Urban Resilience Project, spearheaded by the Ministry of Public Works. The draft zoning act is designed to replace the current zoning law, which has been in effect since 1958. The new law aims to modernize land development and management practices across the country, addressing zoning challenges that have long hindered efficient urban planning. According to the Ministry of Public Works press release, the workshop will gather hundreds of stakeholders, including government officials, representatives from various ministries, and civil society agencies. Liberia bilateral partners such as the World Bank will also participate alongside the private sector and ordinary citizens. This will allow these groups to review and refine the proposal legislation. The Zoning Act revision is just one of several reforms under the Liberia Urban Resilience Project, launched in 2023 with $40 million in World Bank funding. The project focuses on tackling issues like flooding and climate risks in Monrovia while improving access to basic services. It forms part of Liberia Border Arrest agenda, which aims to enhance climate resilient infrastructure and strengthen urban management. The Township Commissioner of Oldest Congo Town, Edo Lahad, is admonishing Liberians to engage into volunteerism for the forward march of the country. Commissioner Lahad wants Liberians to begin volunteering in every sector aimed at changing the country over time. This, he said, will bring about swift development. Edo Lahad, therefore, recommending the amendment several existing laws of the country to meet current day's reality, something he noted is being practiced in developed countries. Speaking to RCR News, when his office, in collaboration with the resident of Oldest Congo Town, on several former commissioners, Edo Lahad urged residents of Oldest Congo Town and Liberia alike to work together as a nation aimed at tackling challenges faced by the country.
We need to work together as a team. Quite recently, I attended the 75th celebration of the People's Republic of China. And when I was leaving the celebration hall, I took a book. On that book is written the national memory. What I saw in that book, the Chinese were not focused on political arguments. No. They were not focused on tribal arguments. No. What I saw in that book, I saw a country united to make quick transformation by a joint effort. Because there were situations where there were some projects the Chinese government wanted to carry out. Chinese volunteered their services to their country. There were some projects received 40,000 volunteers, some of the projects 30,000 volunteers. They were doing it so that country could change faster. Because when you increase the manpower to make the work to happen faster, you are asking people in our country to do that. Let us volunteer for our country. Let's work to change our country over time. Agriculture in China, chicken for law, all the different lands were tutored out for agriculture. China is producing rice on a massive scale. We didn't start thinking about that.
He's Edo Lahad, Commissioner of Oldest Congo Township. The Monrovia City Code has placed a travel ban on former police officer identified as Henry Code following his arrest for double marriage. Marriage ban back on October 14, 2024. Travel ban, according to our CR judicial correspondent, has escorted all state security officers assigned at various entrance points to arrest defendant Cole if he attempt leaving the country. Our judicial correspondent further said that marriage back order was as a result of a petition filed by the defendant's wife, Ms. Helena and co-lawyers to the court seeking for a rate of Nurses Republican to reveal her husband Essex from the country while the matter was before the court for litigation. Prior to the court ban, Madam Cole told the court that she got married to the defendant since 2019 and he left for the United States of America. According to Madam Cole, since her husband left him, reportedly refused to provide support for her for over 3 years, but later decided to enter into another marital affair with another woman in Sierra Leone and returned with her in Liberia. The former police officer has since been charged by the Monrovia City Code with multiple offenses ranging from bankmate to plotmate and present non-support in violation of Chapter 16, Section 16.5 and 16.1 of the new panel of Liberia. We're taking a short break to be right back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep your better like
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Hansen Der Represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life as of
7 representatives who signed the resolution for the removal of House Speaker Fonati Kofa have voted to elect a leadership for the bloc. Monrovia City Court places travel ban on former police officer Henry Cole following his arrest for double marriage without the consent of his wife. Korean investor Park Jin-gon discloses his willingness to invest over $30 million United States dollars in Liberia. And away from home, all students' unions in Ivory Coast are banned shutdown. The government has announced after the killing of 2 students, which has been blamed on the powerful Student and School Federation. Now to this development, Nimba County District Number 7 Representative Musability is calling on the international community into alleged bribery allegation to remove Speaker Fonati Kofa. An attempt to remove Speaker Fonati Kofa on Thursday following disruption of normal sections, something which has been characterized by alleged distribution of 25,000 United States dollars. Speaking Friday on the Chook Breakfast Show, the Nimba County lawmaker called on the international community to swiftly intervene, thus calling on them not to sit and see the matter escalating to chaos before to intervene. Representative Belity at the same time called on the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission and the Ministry of Justice to be in non-partisan into the matter and investigate those who, he said, want to use their ill-gotten wealth to destroy the nation's democracy.
And we will never plan on the chief of office. So we will not allow those perpetrating those things to succeed. No. So we know some of our colleagues where this land is involved. Some of them were giving full documentation. Some of them were giving documentation that will also change later on. But one day, the situation will be from full control.
Is it disturbing to see money being circulated on the social media in the tune of 15,000 each for the 7 or the 73 lawmakers receiving this kind of money?
I definitely don't believe that all of the representatives have signed that document will also receive the NCC, Ministry of Justice, have to deal with their ill cutting just because they want accountability and transparency to nationalities. There's no way that they will succeed. You will go on the international community not to see them survive. They will like moves into chaos. They are the ones that take their taxpayer money and come here for these United Nations operations. So it starts like this. When people want to control the democratic process with ill cutting well private. But we will make it that the law is here to protect.
And on that note, that's how we draw down the curtains on this evening presentation of the program, our CN News Desk. But before we go, a recap of the headlines. Latest report says the group of 47 representatives who signed the resolution for the removal of House Speaker Fornati Kofa have voted to elect a leadership of the bloc. Monrovia City Court places travel ban on former police officer Henry Cole following his arrest for double marriage without the consent of his wife. Korean investor Park Jin-gon discloses his willingness to invest over $30 million United States dollars in Liberia, and of the home from all student unions in Ivory Coast have been shut down. The government has announced after the killing of 2 students, which has been blamed on powerful student and school federation, confirmed by the BBC. Many thanks to our reporters, editors, and those who helped to package this presentation and make it a successful one. Kobasanga Sala Control coordinate and produce the sound. Johnson Batoma read for us post, while Nakita Rabbit read for us the news bulletin. Thanks also to our sponsors Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. I'm your presenter. I presented. My name is Edwin Butterfriend. Have yourself a God blessing weekend from Truth FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
Okay, Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in your grateful manner, we'll keep your better level.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary at 12. My name is Hansen der Represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world. Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to Truth FM 96.1.